Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय।
जय
बोलो श्री मद्भागवतम की जय।
जय।
हरे कृष्णा जी। थिंक आज अच्छा अजय इज आउट ऑफ टाउन एक्चुअली।
Oh, okay.
So then we'll get started.
Yes.
लास्ट वीक हमने नहीं किया, उसके पहले हम लोग रीडिंग 36वां अध्याय अपन ने शुरू किया ऑफ द स्कंद, और इसमें भगवान श्री कृष्ण अरिष्टासुर का वध करते हैं, है ना। अरिष्टासुर एक बुल के शेप में आता है, एंड देन भगवान कृष्ण एंड बलराम भगवान दोनों युद्ध करते हैं और भगवान कृष्ण उसको वध कर देते हैं। उसके बाद में नारद मुनि कंस के पास जाते हैं और कंस को एक्चुअली बताते हैं कि भगवान कृष्ण ही वो आठवीं संतान है वासुदेव जी की और देवकी माता की, एंड दैट इज लॉर्ड श्री कृष्ण। क्या तो कृष्ण भगवान है और बलराम भगवान भी रोहिणी के पुत्र हैं। तो ये संदेश नारद मुनि खुद कंस को देते हैं, क्योंकि नारद मुनि चाहते हैं कि ये लीला भगवान की शुरू हो, तो देते हैं। और उसके बाद में कंस अपने दो पहलवानों को बुलाता है, चाणूर और मुष्टि को, और वही हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं अभी। हाँ, तो यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं वापस अनिल जी।
ये भोवो निशम्य तामेतद् वीरचाणूरमुष्टिको नन्दव्रजे किलासाते सुतावान् कदुन्दुभेः रामकृष्णो ततो मह्यं मृत्यु किल निदर्शितः भवद्यामिः सम्प्राप्तो हन्येतां मल्लीलया। My dear heroic Chanur and Mustik, please hear this. Ram and Krishna, the sons of Ankad, Nanduvi, Vasudev, are living in Nanda's cowherd village. It has been predicted that these two boys will be the cause of my death. When they are brought here, kill them on the pretext of engaging them in a wrestling match. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। सो कंस कह रहा है चाणूर और मुष्टिका को मिलाकर, को बुलाकर, कि जब नंद महाराज के दोनों बच्चे लॉर्ड श्री कृष्ण एंड लॉर्ड श्री बलराम आएंगे तो एंगेज देम इन द रेसलिंग मैच एंड टेक देम आउट इज व्हाट लॉर्ड what Kansi is telling to Chanur and Mustika. मच्चाह क्रियन्ताम विविधा मलरंग परिश्रिता पुराजान पदा सर्वे पश्यन्तु स्वेर संयुगम। Erect a wrestling ring with many surrounding viewing stands and bring all the residents of the city and the outlying districts to see the open competition. is what Kans is saying.
Mahamatra Toya Bhadra Rangadwaryurpaniyataam Dvipaha Kuval Ya Pido Jahiten Mamahito. You elephant keeper, my good man, should position the elephant Kuvalya Pida at the entrance to the wrestling arena and have him kill my two enemies. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, then Kuval Ya Pido, yeah, Pida, that is the elephant, and he also asked the elephant keeper to keep that elephant there. आरभ्यतां धनुर्याग चतुर्दश्यां यथा विधि विशशन्तु पशन्मेधान् भूतराजाय मिधुषे. Commence the bow sacrifice on the Chaturdashi day in accordance with the relevant Vedic injunctions. In ritual slaughter, offer the appropriate kinds of animals to the magnanimous Lord Shiva.
त्याग्याप्यार्थतन्त्रज्ञ आहूय यदुपुङ्गवम् गृहीत्वा पाणिना पाणिं ततो क्रूरमुवाचः. Having thus commanded his ministers, Kans next called for Akrur, the most eminent of the Yadus. Kans knew the art of securing personal advantage, and thus he took Akrur's hand in his own and spoke to him as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So Kans calls Akrur and then he speaks. भो भो दानपते मह्यम क्रियताम मैत्रमादृतः नान्यस्तवतो हितमो विद्यते भोज वृष्णिषु. My dear Akrur, most charitable one, please do me a friendly favor out of respect. Among the Bhojas and Vrishnis, there is no one else as kind to us as you. Yeah? So he's appreciating Akrur because he wants to ask him to do something.
अतस्त्वामाश्रितः सौम्यकार्य गौरव साधनम यथेन्द्रो विष्णुमाश्रित्य स्वार्थ मध्य गमत विभु. Gentle Akrur, you always carry out your duties soberly, and therefore I am depending on you, just as powerful Indra took shelter of Lord Vishnu to achieve his goals. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. गच्छ नंद व्रजम तत्र सूतावानक दुंदुभे आसाते ताविहानेन रथेनानयमाचिरम. Please go to Nanda's village where two sons of Anakadhundubi are living, and without delay bring them here on your chariot. Okay, so two sons of Anakadhundubi. Anakadhundubi is the Vasudeva Maharaj. Yeah, and he's asking Akrur to bring them.
Nisrashta kilme mrityudevar kuntha sanshrayeh tavanaya samam gopair nandadhyai sabhyu payaneh. The demigods who are under the protection of Vishnu have sent these two boys as my death. Bring them here, and also have Nand and the other cowherd men come with gifts of tribute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. घातयिष्यामीतो कालकल्पेन हस्तिना यदि मुक्तो ततो मल्लेर घातये वेद्युत्तोपमे. After you bring Krishna and Balram, I will have them killed by my elephant, who is as powerful as death itself. And if by chance they escape from him, I will have them killed by my wrestlers, who are as strong as lightning. Yeah, so the wrestlers, Mustika and
Charur. Tayornihatayo staptan Vasudeva purogaman Tadvandhunu nihanishyami Rashni bhojaya dasharhakan. When these two have been killed, I will kill Vasudeva and all their lamenting relatives, the Vrishnis, Bhojas, and Dasarahas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So all the relatives who are Vrishni, Bhojas and Dasaras. Dasha. So those were the Ugrasenam cha pittaram istivaram rajakamukam tad bhratram devakam cha yechane vidishvo mama. I will also kill my old father Ugrasen, who is greedy for my kingdom, and I will kill his brother Devak and all other enemies as well. Right? As we know, Kansa is so scared, he wants to kill even Ugrasen.
Tataschaisha mahimitra bhavitri nasta kantaka. Then, my friend, this earth will be free of thorns. Hare Krishna.
Jarasango mam gurur dvido daitah saka shambaro narko bhano mayeva kritta shorida terham surpakshiya atva bhokshe mahim nipan. My elder relative Jarasang and my dear friend Dvivid are solid well-wishers of mine, as are Sambara, Narka, and Bana. I will use them to kill off those kings who are allied with the demigods, and then I will rule the earth. Hare Krishna, Shabu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, sorry, like last couple of weeks had been very busy for me. A lot of chores and a lot of personal activities.
Sure. No worries. Yeah, always something, right? So,
Yeah.
no worries. Yeah, we started reading Adhyay 37, and this is about 36 right now, sorry. And that is about first Arishtasu was killed, and now the Narad Muni comes and tells Kans that Vasudeva and Devaki's son is actually Lord Krishna. And so that's how he informs Kans, and then Kans comes to understand that. So he's now he's making plans to get Lord Shri Krishna at at his place, and then he's talking to the elephant keeper on keeping the elephant, and then also those wrestlers, right? Mustika and Charun, to be ready for wrestling when Lord Shri Krishna comes, right? And then so the Kans is saying, and Jarasang and the other people will be there, but then he will remove all the people who are allied with the demigods. And then, so he can rule the earth. Yeah, is what Kans is saying. Okay, sure, bro.
Et jagyatwanya Shipram Ram Krishna Viharvakau Dhanur Makni Sharth Drashtum Yadupur Shriyam. Translation. Now that you understand my intentions, please go at once and bring Krishna and Balram to watch the bow sacrifice and see the opulence of the Yadu's captor. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And who is saying this?
Kans is saying
Once.
To Akrur. Yeah. So Kansi is asking Akrur to go and bring Krishna and Lord Krishna and Balram, Lord Balram, to Yadu's capital. Yeah. Mathura.
Prabhuji, why it is called bow sacrifice?
There's a Dhanurmukh Niriksharta. That's why it's the bow sacrifice, but maybe there's some bow sacrifice going on.
Okay.
Not sure. But essentially, he calls them first, basically asking them to come and see the bow sacrifice so that they can come. But when they come, that's when they'll have the elephant keeper, then they'll have the wrestling and all that.
Yeah.
Because that's how do they invite them to the capital, right?
Okay.
So maybe in that reference, they are referring to the bow sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah. And to see the opulence of the capital. so that Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram and everyone can come. Is the Kansa's plan. Right? So otherwise, I don't think there's any other significance of that. Yeah. Anilji, I think we'll all read in the order. So,
Shri Akrur Uvacha Rajan Maneshitam Sadrak Tav Swavadya Marjanam Siddhayo Samam Kuryadvayavam Hi Phala Sadhanam. Shri Akrur said, O king, you have expertly devised a process to free yourself of misfortune. Still, one should be equal in success and failure, since it is certainly destiny that produces the results of one's work. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Akrur is actually just trying to hint to him, yeah, that actually once he gets killed, he'll be free of the misfortune. Right? But anyone who does whatever karma, yeah, phal sadhanam. So it's siddha siddhyo samam kuryadevam hi phal sadhanam. Depending on the karmas, yeah, the results will be there. Is what Akrur is saying. Manorathan karotuche jano devatanapi yujyate harsa sukyabhyam tathapyagyam karomite. An ordinary person is determined to act on his desires, even when fate prevents their fulfillment. Therefore, he encounters both happiness and distress. Yet, even though such is the case, I will execute your order. Again, Akrur is telling this to Kans, right? He is giving him some hint about the fate and the karmas, right? And also saying the ordinary person is anyway wants to do whatever, even if the fate prevents their fulfillment. Basically, Lord Krishna, the Kans wants to kill them, right? So that's what he desires. But what Akrur is telling him is that you are like also an ordinary person, like you are determined to do whatever you want to, even though fate is going to prevent that fulfillment. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that although what Akrur said was courteous and encouraging, his hidden meaning was far different. What he really meant was this: your plan is not fit to execute. Yet I will carry it out, since you are the king and I am your subject, and in any case, you are about to die. Okay? Is what Akrur is wanting to hint to Kans. Yeah, sure, Prabhu.
Shri Shukavacha Eva Madishya Chakruram Manitranascha Vishrijya Shaha Pravivesh Griham Kamsastatha Kruraha Swamalyam. Translation. Sukadev Goswami said, having thus introduced Akrura, King Kamsa dismissed his ministers and retired to his quarters, and Akrura returned home. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So, Hare Krishna, Tarun.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, what's happening is, Kans comes to know from Narad Muni that actually it's Lord Shri Krishna and Lord Balram were actually, Lord Krishna is the one who is Vasudeva and Devaki's son, and he is in Nandgaon right now, and he is the one who is going to kill Kans. And so Kans is making arrangements so that he can call them, and then he is having elephant keeper and Mustika wrestlers, right, to fight with Lord Shri Krishna, right? So what Sukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj is continuously telling the story, the Katha of Bhagwan Krishna, right, that after listening, Akrur comes home. And thus end the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 36th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Slaying of Arista the Bull Demon. Yeah? Follow Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. So in this chapter we also read the slaying of Aristasur, and then we read how Kansi is asking Akrur to get Lord Shri Krishna and Balram to Mathura. Yeah? and then we'll continue reading the chapter 37, which is about the killing of the demons Keśi and Vyoma. Yeah. So Bhagwan Krishna's Bal Leela continues, and continue reading this. Sri Shukavacha Keśi tu Kans Prahita Kurermahim Mahayo Nirjayan Manojavah Satavadhuta Bhraviman Sankalam Kurvanna Bhoheshita Bhishita Akhilah Tamatrasayantam Bhagwan Swagokulam Tadveshitervala Ambudam Atmanajmajo Mridvayantam Magrani Rupariyat Savananda Mrigendravata. Sukdev Goswami said, the demon Keśi sent by Kans appeared in Vraj as a great horse, running with the speed of the mind. He tore up the earth with his hooves. The hairs of his mane scattered the clouds and the demigods' airplanes throughout the sky, and he terrified everyone present with his loud neighing. So Kans actually also sends the demon Keśi before even Akrur can get to Nandgaon to bring Lord Shri Krishna and Balram. So he's trying all his adventures to to make sure that Lord Krishna and cannot kill Kans. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Tarun. Tarun.
Yeah. स तं निशाम्याभिमुखो मुखेन ख पिबमनम् इवाभ्यद्रवद् अति अमर्षणः जघान पद्भ्यामरविन्दलोचनम् दुरासदच्चित्तचन्दज्यो दुरत्यय. Seeing the Lord standing before him, Keśi ran towards him in extreme rage, his mouth gaping as if to swallow up the sky. Rushing with furious speed, the unconquerable and unapproachable horse demon tried to strike the lotus-eyed Lord with his two front legs. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Keśi is trying to attack Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah. Anilji.
Tad vanchitva tamadhokshajot rusha pragrahya dorvyam परिविद्य पादवोह सावज्ञ मृत्युसृज्य धनु शतांतरे यथोरगम तार्क्ष्य सुतो व्यवस्थितः. But the transcendental Lord dodged Keśi's blow and then with his arm angrily seized the demon by the legs, whirled him around in the air and contemptuously threw him the distance of 100 bow lengths, just as Garud might throw a snake. Lord Krishna then stood there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. क्या प्रभु?
सह लब्ध संज्ञः पुनरुत्थित्योरुषा व्यादाय केशि तरसा पतदुरिं सोऽपस्य वक्त्रे भुजमुत्रं स्मयन् प्रवेशयामास यथोरगम बिले. Translation: Upon regaining consciousness, Keśi angrily got up, opened his mouth wide, and again rushed to attack Lord Krishna. But the Lord just smiled and thrust his left arm into the horse's mouth as easily as one would make a snake enter a hole in the ground. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Keśi is trying to attack Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah. So Kans sends the demon Keśi before Lord Shri Krishna. So Kans actually sends the demon Keśi before Lord Shri Krishna. So Kans actually sends the demon Keśi before Lord Shri Krishna.
प्रभु जी, एक और क्वेश्चन, सिंपल क्वेश्चन था मन में। कृष्णा को केशव इसलिए भी कहा जाता है कि वो केसी डेमन को उन्होंने वध किया था।
I'm not entirely sure actually, but there's a possibility. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but he's definitely called Keshav.
Yeah.
Yeah,
कोई बात नहीं, हम गूगल कर लेंगे।
we can find that out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. Tarun?
दंता निपेतुर भागवत भुजा स्पर्श स ते केशिनास तप्त माया स्पर्शो यथा बहुश्च तद देहगतो महात्मनो यदात्मयः संवर्धने वर्धे उपेक्षितः. Keshi's teeth immediately fell out when they touched the Supreme Lord's arm, which to the demon felt as hot as molten iron. Within, scroll please. Within Keshi's body, the Supreme Personality's arm then expanded greatly, like a diseased stomach swelling because of neglect. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. समेघमानेन स कृष्णबाहुना निरुद्धवायुश्चरणाङ्क्ष विक्षिपन् प्रश्विनः गात्रः परिवृत्तलोचनः पपातलन्दं विसृजनक्षितो व्यसूः. As Lord Krishna's expanding arm completely blocked Keshi's breathing, his legs kicked convulsively, his body became covered with sweat, and his eyes rolled around. The demon then passed his stool and fell on the ground dead. That's how Lord Krishna kills Keshi. Anilji?
तद्देहता कर्कटिका फलोपमाद व्यसोरपाकृष्य भुजं महाभुजः अविस्मतो यत्न हतारिकः सुरैः प्रसूनववर्ष वर्षद्विभिरीडितः. The mighty armed Krishna withdrew his arm from Keshi's body, which now appeared like a long karkatika fruit. Without the least display of pride at having so effortlessly killed his enemy, the Lord accepted the demigod's worship in the form of flowers rained down from above. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu?
देवर्षि रूप संदग्मय भागवत प्रवरो नृप कृष्णं क्लिष्टकर्माणं रहस्ये तदभाषत. My dear king, thereafter Lord Krishna was approached in a solitary place by the great sage among the demigods, Narad Muni. That most exalted devotee spoke as follows to the Lord, who effortlessly performs his pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So after the Keshi was also killed, Aristasura was killed, right? Then Narad Muni now comes to see Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah? Dev Rishi, that's why I call him Dev Rishi, Narad, and he's of course the Bhagavad Pravaro Nripa. Yeah, he is the great sage among the demigods, Narad Muni, and then he speaks to Lord Sri Krishna, who effortlessly performs his pastimes. Says Krishna Malik's Karmanam Rahashetada Bhashata, who effortlessly performs his pastimes. Is Lord Sri Krishna. After speaking with Kans, Narad went to see Lord Sri Krishna. The Lord's Vrindavan pastimes were nearly completed, and Narad Muni wanted to see those he would have enacted Mathura. Yeah. So all the Bal Leelas in Vrindavan is pretty much getting done, and Lord Sri Krishna is going to head towards Mathura, and Narad Muni wanted to, of course, witness that. Tarun? Tarun?
Krishna Krishna Premaya Yatmane Yogesh Jagdishwara Vasudeva Khilavasa Satvatam Pravam Prabho Tvamatma Sarvabhutanameko Jyotirrivedhasamah Guru Grahashya Sakshi Mahapurusha Ishvara. Narad Muni said, O Krishna, Krishna, unlimited Lord, source of all mystic power, Lord of the universe, O Vasudeva, shelter of all beings and the best of the Yadus. O Master, you are the supreme soul of all created beings, sitting unseen within the cave of the heart, like the fire dormant within kindling wood. You are the witness within everyone, the supreme personality and the ultimate controlling deity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Narad Muni is saying this to Lord Shri Krishna, of course, and he's glorifying Lord Shri Krishna. He's saying that you are the unlimited Lord, yeah, Ananta, the source of all mystic power. That's Yogeshwar, yeah, and Lord of the universe, that Jagat Ishwar, Jagdishwar, yeah. Says here Krishna Prameya Atmana, Yogesh, yeah, and Jagdishwar. And then he's saying you are Vasudev, yeah, we know that he's son of the Vasudev. Akhila Vasa, yeah, residing in everyone, Akhila Vasa. Satvatam Pravar Prabhu. Akhila Vasa Satvatam Pravar Prabhu. And then he's also saying Tvam Atma Sarva Bhutana. Like everyone's soul, he is residing. Who? Lord Shri Krishna. That's how Narad Muni is saying to Lord Shri Krishna that you are Tvam Atma Sarva Bhutanam. Sarva, everyone, Bhutanam, every Jeev, right? Every living entity, uske andar, as a Paramatma you are there. And how is it there? Jyoti Rivedasam. How? Like a Jyoti. Like there is a, yeah, how it is described. He says that you sitting unseen within the cave of the heart, like the fire dormant within kindling wood. Yeah, that Jyoti is sitting near that kindling wood, Jyotir Vedasam. And then, of course, he's saying that you are Gudo, like hidden, right? People don't understand, you don't know. People don't know. And then saying his Guha Shaya Sakshi Mahapurush Ishvara. That's how Narad Muni is glorifying Lord Shri Krishna. You are the witness within everyone. Gudashay. Yeah. You are the supreme personality. Okay. Mahapurush. You are the supreme personality. And then you are the Ishwar, of course. That is the ultimate controlling deity. That's how Narad Muni is now meeting Lord Shri Krishna and glorifying him. Atmanatam Ashraya hai Purva Maya se Srije Gunan Teri Dam Satya Sankalp hai Shrijasyastyava Shri Ishvara hai. You are the shelter of all souls, and being the supreme controller, you fulfill your desires simply by your will. By your personal creative potency, you manifested in the beginning the primal modes of material nature, and through their agency, you create, maintain, and then destroy this universe. That's what Narad Muni is telling. Yeah, you are the shelter of all the souls. We all have the souls, right? We are all actually souls, right? We have the gross body, then we have the Sthul Sharir, Suksham Sharir, Sthul Sharir, gross body, then we have the Suksham Sharir, and then we have the soul, Atma, right? The shuttle body and the Atma. And who is the shelter of all these Atmas? All of us connected by the soul, the super soul is Lord Shri Krishna, right? Is what the Narad Muni is saying. You are the shelter of all the souls. Atmana Atma Ashraya hai. Ashraya for all the Atmas. And of course, Purva Maya says Srije Gunan. You fulfill your desire simply by your will. And of course, you have manifested in the beginning the primal modes of material nature. What are the modes of material nature?
Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun,
Tamogun, right? The mode of goodness, ignorance,
and passion.
and patience. Yeah. And and through them, so as we know, like as we the conditioned soul comes in touch with those gunas, that's how we are conditioned, and then we get in touch with the material nature. That's what Narad Muni is saying, that through their agency, then what happens? Sujashya Tashyava sa Ishvara. Like you srijan, like you create, then you maintain, and then destroy the universe. So everything is being done by Lord Shri Krishna, is what Narad Muni is saying. Anilji?
Satam Bhudar Bhutanam Daitya Pramat Rakshasam Avatirno Vinashaya Sadhunam Rakshanaya Cha. You, that very same creator, have now descended to the earth to annihilate the Daitya, Pramath, and Rakshas demons who are posing as kings, and also to protect the godly. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And Narad Muni is of course saying that now we have come to this earth, right? Bhu is the earth. Daitya Pramat Rakshasam. Yeah. To annihilate the Daitya, Pramat and Rakshas. Yeah. Daitya, Pramat and Rakshasam. And so that's why he has come to the earth. Autirno. Why again? Vinashaya. So Vinashaya of all the Daitya and all that. And then Sadhunam Rakshanaya Cha. And then to save, also to protect the godly, the sadhus, is why you have appeared on this earth. Is what Narad Muni is telling Lord Shri Krishna. Shiva Prabhu.
Yeah. Drishtya te nihato datyo lilyayam haya kritaha yash heshit sanna santrastasthya janyani misha divam. Translation: the horse demon was so terrifying that his neighing frightened the demigods into leaving their heavenly kingdom. But by our good fortune, you have enjoyed the sport of killing him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. And Narad Muni is saying that you just killed the horse demon. Yeah. Chanuram mustikam cheva mallanyakshacham hastinam kansam cha nihattam drakshe parvashavo ahanite vibho tashanusanke vanmuranam narakasyacha parijata parinmindrasya cha parajayam udvaham virkanyanam virya shukla dilakshanam Nigasya mokshanam shapat dvarikayam jagatpate shamantagasya cha mane radhanam sabhariya mrittaputra pradhanam cha brahmanasya svedhamata paunrakasya vadham paschat kashipuryasya deepunam dantavakrasya nidhanam cha adhasya cha mahakrato यानि चान्यनि वीर्याणि द्वारकामावसम्भवान् कर्ता द्रक्ष्याम्यहं तानि ज्ञेयानि कविभिर्भुवि. In just 2 days, O Almighty Lord, I will see the deaths of Chanur, Mustika and other wrestlers, along with those of the elephant, Kolya Pida and King Kans, all by your hand. Then I will see you kill Kalyavan, Mura, Naraka and the conch demon. And I will also see you steal the Parijat flower and defeat Indra. I will then see you marry many daughters of heroic kings after paying for them with your valor. Then, O Lord of the universe, in Dwarika, you will deliver King Nriga from a curse and take for yourself the Shamantaka jewel together with another wife. You will bring back a Brahman's dead son from the abode of your servant Yamraj. Thereafter, you will kill Panduraka, burn down the city of Kashi, and slay Dantavakra. And you will also put an end to the king of Chedi of the Ched during the great Rajasuya sacrifice. I shall see all these heroic pastimes, along with many others you will perform during your residence in Dwarka. These pastimes are glorified on this earth in the songs of transcendental poets. Right? And who is saying all this?
Is Narad Muni predicting everything then?
Right. So Narad Muni is telling Lord Shri Krishna that I am going to be here in Mathura and all these are the things which I am going to see here. Right? So he's already telling what's going to happen. He's saying he is going to see the Chanur and Mustika and the other wrestlers, along with the elephant, Kolyapida, and the Kans, yeah, getting killed by Lord Shri Krishna. And he's saying in just 2 days, right? And then he's going to see the Parijat flower story and defeat Indra, right? And so on and so forth. So he's already saying that those things are going to happen, and these pastimes are glorified on this earth in the songs of transcendental poets. Yeah, like in Srimad Bhagavatam, we are reading all this katha. Yeah, Kavir bhi bhuvi. Yeah, like as in just even in Srimad Bhagavatam, we are reading all Lord Shri Krishna's katha, and that's what Narad Muni is referring to. Yeah, Tarun.
तथा ते कलारूपस्य क्षयशोहीन कक्षपसि नोर अमुष्य वै अक्षोहिनीनम निधनम द्रक्ष्यामसर्जुना सारथेः. Subsequently, I'll see you appear as time personified, serving as Arjuna's chariot driver and destroying entire armies of soldiers to rid the earth of her burden. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So then again, Narad Muni is saying he's going to see Lord Shri Krishna as Kala Rupasya, time personified. Yeah. And he's going to see him as Arjun Sarathe. He's going to see Arjun's chariot driver, and of course, Aksho Hininam Nidhanam, like all the enemy armies getting destroyed. Yeah, is what Narad Muni is saying. He's going to see all these things being done by Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah. Vishuddha Vijnana Dhanam Swasansataya Samapta Sarvartham Moghivachitam Satejasa Nitya Nivritta Maya Guna Pravaham Bhagavantamemahi. Let us approach you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for shelter. You are full of perfectly pure spiritual awareness and are always situated in your original identity. Since your will is never thwarted, you have already achieved all possible desirable things. And by the power of your spiritual energy, you remain eternally aloof from the flow of the qualities of illusion. Yeah, this is what Narad Muni is telling Lord Shri Krishna, right? That you are perfectly pure spiritual awareness. Vishuddha Vijnana Dhanna. Yeah. Then Swasansataya hai. Swasansataya hai. You are always situated in your original identity. Yeah. And then what is mentioned is Vachitam. You get everything anyway, whatever you want. Right? So you have already achieved all possible desirable things. That's what Narad Muni is predicting, what all he is going to do. Right? He's already achieved is what he's saying. And then saying, because you are also the Lord, Guna Pravaham Bhagavantami Himahi. Like all the gunas we just talked about, Sato Gun, Rajagun, Tamagun, doesn't impact Lord Sri Krishna. Says that by the power of your spiritual energy, you remain eternally aloof from the flow of the qualities of illusion. Yeah? Anil?
Swamishram swashra yamatma mayaya vinirmita shesha vishesha kalpanam kridarth madhyat manushya vigraham nato asmi dhuryam yadu brashni satvatam. I bow down to you, the Supreme Controller, who are dependent only on yourself. By your potency, you have constructed the unlimited particular arrangements of this universe. Now you have appeared as the greatest hero among the Yadus, Vrishnis, and Sattvatas, and have chosen to participate in human warfare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So again, Narad Muni is saying that, first of all, I bow down to you. Yeah, Nato Asmi. He says Nato Asmi. And then he's saying that you have appeared as the greatest hero in Yadu, Vrishni, Satvata. Yeah. So the Yadus, Vrishnis, and Satvatas, he has appeared. And then saying, by your potency, you have constructed the unlimited particular arrangements of this universe. Swa Ashraya Atma Maya. So that's how Lord Narad Muni is glorifying Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah. Tarun?
Shri Shukvacha Evam Yadupatim Krishnam Bhagavata Pravaro Munihi Pranipatya Bhayanujannato Yayo Tad Darshanato Savaha Darshana. Sukdev Goswami said, having thus addressed Lord Krishna, the chief of the Yadu dynasty, Narada bowed down and offered him obeisances. Then that great sage and most eminent devotee took his leave from the Lord and went away, feeling great joy at having directly seen him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Narad Muni glorified Lord Shri Krishna. Evam Yadupatim Krishnam Bhagavat Pravaro Muni hai. Narad Muni glorified him. And then he became so happy by getting the darshan, Tadashno Vatsava, and then he takes the leave from Lord and went away, feeling great joy at having directly seen. Bhagwan api Govindo Hatva Keshina Mahave Pashuna Paliyat Pale hai Priter Vaja Sukhavah. After killing the demon Keśi in the battle, the Supreme Personality of Godhead continued to tend the cows and other animals in the company of his joyful cowherd boyfriends. Thus he brought happiness to all the residents of Vrindavan. Yeah, so that's all his Bal Leela in Vrindavan, and he always got the Preet Varj Sukhavah. By his Leela, he brought happiness to all the residents of Vrindavan. Bhagwan Govindo, yeah. Anilji?
Ekada te pashun palascha yanto diswanushu Chakrur Nirlayana Kridashcharopala Padeshataha. One day, the cowherd boys, while grazing their animals on the mountain slopes, played the game of stealing and hiding, acting out the roles of rival thieves and herders. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So again, Sukdev Goswami is telling the next Leela of Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah. Correct?
Tatsarasan Kati Chichora Ha Palascha Katichin Nirpa Mesayitascha Tatriyake Vijahrur Akuto Bhavaha. In that game, O king, some acted as thieves, others as shepherds, and others as sheep. They played their game happily without fear of danger. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. मैं पुत्रो महामायो व्योमो गोपाल वेशुद्रिक में शायतान पुआ है प्रायश्चोरायितो बहून. A powerful magician named Vyom, son of the demon Maya, then appeared on the scene in the guise of a cowherd boy. Pretending to join the game as a thief, he proceeded to steal most of the cowherd boys who were acting as sheep. Yeah? So they just started playing a game, and then this Vyom was a magician, and he stole most of the cowherd boys. Anilji?
गिरिधर्यां विनिक्षिस्य नीतं महासुरः शिल्या पिदुधे द्वारं चतु पंचावशेषिता. Gradually, the great demon abducted more and more of the cowherd boys and cast them into a mountain cave, which he sealed shut with a boulder. Finally, only 4 or 5 boys acting as sheep remained in the game. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tarun?
तस्य तत् कर्म विज्ञेय विज्ञानय कृष्ण शरण द सतामं गोपानां नयन्त जग्राह वक्रम हरिरि वोजसा. Lord Krishna, who shelters all saintly devotees, understood perfectly well that Vyomasura was doing. Just as a lion grabs a wolf, Krishna forcefully seized the demon as he was taking away more cowherd boys. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, what says? Lord Krishna shelters all saintly devotees. Krishna Sharanadaha Satam. All the saintly people and all the devotees, yeah, are sheltered by Lord Shri Krishna himself. And then, so of course, he understood what this guy, Vyom Asur, yeah, was trying to do by getting into all the gwals. Yeah. Sanijam Rupamastaya Girindra Sadrishyam Bali Ichchana Vimoktu Matmanam Nashavanoda Grihanaturah. The demon changed into his original form, as big and powerful as a great mountain. But try as he might to free himself, he could not do so, having lost his strength from being held in the Lord's tight grip. Yeah, so the Lord is holding him in a tight grip, and he could not free himself. And what's the name of the demon?
Vyomasur.
Vyomasur. Yeah? Yeah. Anilji?
Tam nigrahatyaच्युतो दौर्भ्यां पातयित्वा महीतले पश्यतां दिवि देवानां पशुमारममारयत. Lord Achyuta clutched Vyomasur between his arms and threw him to the ground. Then, while the demigods in heaven looked on, Krishna killed him in the same way that one kills a sacrificial animal. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pardon?
Grah Guha Pidanam Nirbhidya Gopanim Niharsarya Kracharataha Stuvayam Manaha Surera Gopeya Pravivesha Swa Gokulam. Krishna then smashed the boulder blocking the cave's entrance and led the trapped cowherd boys to safety. Thereafter, as the demigods and cowherd boys sang his glories, he returned to his cowherd village, Gokul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Krishna, after killing Vyomasur, he goes back to Gokul. Before heading out to Mathura, as we see, Akrura is going to come to pick up Lord Shri Krishna and Lord Balram. And then, of course, as we see, the Kans has arranged for his wrestling team and elephant guy and everything else, because Narad Muni, he has told him that it's Lord Shri Krishna who is actually going to kill him. Yeah. And so thus ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 37th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Killing of the Demons, Keśi and Vyoma. Yeah. Follow Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
So then chapter 38 is about Akrur's arrival in Vrindavan. Yeah. Kans sends Akrur to bring Lord Shri Krishna and Lord Ram, Lord Balram, and that's what is described in the next 38 chapter, which we'll read tomorrow. Should be very blissful. Yeah. So now we have a few minutes remaining, and as you know, there was Hanuman Jayanti last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a Ram Navami earlier, and then we had a Hanuman Janmotsav on Thursday, last Thursday. Yeah. So we are going to see, there's a Mount Taos. I think I mentioned it before sometimes. Like there's a Mount Taos in New Mexico, where you have Lord Hanumanji's temple, and it's really beautiful whenever you get a chance to visit. But we are going to see the Hanuman Chalisa in that temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to sing Hanuman Chalisa. Okay. So as you can see, you see the Hanumanji's darshan, like Udte hue Hanumanji, the whole world is only one. And I think in the picture, it's not looking that huge, but it's a huge statue actually. It's a huge Urtava Hanumanji statue. So we are going to hear Hanuman Chalisa, which is around 5 to 6, 7 minutes today. Yeah. And also on the left, you see Neem Karoli Baba. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's Neem Karoli Baba. They say it's like he's totally in the hierarchy of Lord Hanumanji, and he's the one who established the temples in India.
Mm-hmm.
And here his son, Krishna Das. If you've heard about Krishna Das, he sings a lot of bhajans and chanting and all that. So Lord Krishna Das, who used to be a professor in the university, he established this temple. There's a story behind this, like he had it in the dream and all that. But he's the one who established this temple on the top of Taos Mountain in New Mexico. Yeah. बोलो श्याम रामचंद्र भगवान की
जय
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
जय
महादेव की जय।
जय।
Okay, so it's a nice temple.
Yeah, it looks quite different. I was there 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, so this is so 20 years ago. So they had it the original place. There was a small
Yeah,
temple.
it was very difficult to find actually.
So that's yeah. But then
Yeah,
right next to it, like
yeah,
so they created a big hall now.
that's right. I mean, at that time it was run by Americans actually.
Same.
Yeah,
They are still the same people.
yeah,
Lord Krishnadas Maharaj, we established this.
yeah.
Actually, he's white. Yeah,
Mm.
his name is Krishnadas, but he has actually he actually has stayed with the Neem Karoli Baba in India for
Yes,
3 years,
yeah.
and he has a what do you call it on the YouTube, right? The podcast.
Oh, okay.
Someone interviewed him.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
What's the name? Forgetting all the names today. Pritika Roy.
Mm.
Pritika Roy podcast to Krishnadas.
Okay.
You should hear his. He tells you the live examples of Neem Karoli Baba.
Mm.
Very nice.
Mm.
So when you get a chance, listen to it like 20-25 minutes. Pritika Roy podcast for Krishnadas. So yeah, cool. All right, Tarun, everything else good?
All good.
Yeah.
We gotta get more people back. We're down to 2 people.
Yeah, I know Shrav was there, and then Ajay is out of town actually this week.
Okay.
And Reenaji joins in today. I don't know. Maybe she travels to Dallas sometimes. Her daughter is in
Right.
Dallas.
Right.
Yeah, everyone has some. Plus, we had a break for 1 week, right? So then
Yeah.
Right.
takes time. But that's fine. I think we are progressing nicely. Again.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
See you tomorrow at 9:30. 9.
Okay.
See you.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Good night.
everyone.